All right. We did have the mic work somewhat. Still gonna get a new one, but we can use this to work on it for now. All right, we've started. Cool. Alright, let's get started on it. Oh, whoops. I don't want that. So I need to come up with a name here. Not really sure what to call it, but we'll think about that in just a moment. I just need to go turn off my light. Cool. All right, we're good now. Nothing. Welcome, welcome. We have a bit of a late stream, but we are going to just do map making since it's a bit late. And then we will do the homebrew tomorrow, which hopefully, if everything goes right, I will be streaming during the day instead of at like midnight. Okay. So I had another development in the case. I've kind of had my players vote on what map they want to do for the campaign. And so we're choosing this one. So I'm updating it, making it look a lot different than what it once was. One of the first things I did was, I'm a fan of this astral sea looking design. So it'll be kind of cool in this world. If you look down in the water, you'll see essentially the cosmos beneath you, which we will illustrate that a little better eventually with some space stuff. I mean, actually, we can probably just get that started right now. So I'm gonna go to the markers. Here are some nebulas we're gonna use. I'm a fan of getting like a nice blue. Here we go. Make it a little bright. Yeah, gotta place it as background. Maybe it's a little too bright now that I think about it. We can lower the brightness a little bit. Oh no. Okay. Keep the brightness the same. Increase contrast instead. All Alright, I'm actually not liking how bright it is. This was fine, probably, this little first one right here. So let's play around with it in other places. We can change the color. Let's go for like a purple. And then we're gonna come over here. So I found out the way this website works is when I do the placements, it's showing me where on the map it is. So now I just trace this over and I would have found it like that. I'm gonna get rid of this ship icon. Doesn't fit the art style. I have something like that. I call it the Abyssal Ocean. Instead of space though, it's a high density ocean that no one knows why. It's almost gel-like density. It's floating bioluminescent plants. That is very, very awesome. It also has transparent fishes and stuff like that. Hell yeah. Yeah, that sounds so good. Alright. I'm a huge fan of that idea, especially when it comes to the fishes part. That sounds so cool to see. Alright, I need to finish up this north part. The issue is, when I first designed it, this was kind of like the last thing I made. Just kind of made in a bit of a rush. Keith, welcome. Nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well. So we're gonna go ahead and work on that right now. One of the things that this northern part, it's two sides. One, it's gonna be the orcs that are here. The other side is based off kind of fantasy China. So with that, I kind of wanted to make it very mountainous, and I think that's something we're going to do. So I'm gonna actually use the cliff assets. No, whoops. So what we want to do is, first of all, check, is there one that can encompass that angle better? Probably. So get rid of that, grab this, put it here. In that case, look up silk punk. There's a punk for everything now, isn't there? Silk punk. Oh, for like fantasy China. Oh, silk punk art. Yeah, this looks really nice. I don't want it to be that technologically advanced per se. Like, I don't want it to be steampunk, but steampunk is actually really solid. Yeah, this looks amazing. I have used this picture before in one of my campaigns for one of the cities. It's actually cool to see. That's what it's for. Oh yeah, this looks so cool. In fact, I'm just gonna save that in general for future use. Alright. The Aztec pagoda building style always looks good. Or is it Asiatic? Might be Asiatic. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the move. I think funny enough, Incarnate has those buildings. Yeah, here it is. So we'll be able to use that. Not all of it is silk punk, sadly, as most punk genres don't get a lot of love. Yeah, there's also a lot of them in general. They're really cool though. Steampunk is definitely the most popular one. Then I usually see a lot of diesel punk, and that's because of Warhammer, kind of. Is this mountain cliff better? Not really. Zutgora, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Nice to see you in here. I think Cyberpunk is the most popular. That is an excellent point, actually. In my personal frame of reference, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Glad to see that that alert works. I've been trying to get it work for a while now. So I'm happy to see it works. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Not really, but it's my own damn fault. Was working 14 hours yesterday. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. I do not miss doing 24-hour shifts or 48-hour shifts. Those. However, if there is one thing that is absolutely amazing, the feeling you get laying down in your bed right after you're just dead tired is, oh, it's so good. It is the best feeling in the world. It's up there in like top 5 best feelings you could ever have. I've heard of steampunk opera. It's called The Dolls of New Albion. See, the thing is in my own frame of reference, I've seen more steampunk than cyberpunk until Cyberpunk the game came out. But I could believe that cyberpunk is more famous or more popular than steampunk is. Building my own world while watching someone build their own world. It's a building world inception right here. I'm glad to hear it, Zone Trigger. If you ever want to let us know what it's about, you can say it in the chat. We can give some ideas, give some feedback. Only upside was that my new dice was cured when I got home. Hell yeah. Darn, YouTube doesn't have the fancy thing. Yeah, I don't know if it does. I saw Twitch has it like integrated already within the website, so you can just easily set it up. I tried to set it up through like a third party for YouTube, but it didn't quite work. It didn't just do follows, it did like subscriptions in general. So if anyone subscribed to the YouTube channel, then it would pop it up. And so I'm just kind of thanking people that weren't even there. But it is what it is. I'm a newbie, so building a world is probably not the best idea. Doing it anyways. That's how I started. My biggest advice is you don't have to do anything major and huge. You could very much just kind of keep a pretty self-contained area and work on like 3 or 4 zones for your first time, and then kind of go bigger than that. But I think making your own world definitely throws you in the deep end, but you learn how to swim quicker. If you have the mental patience for it, I would advise it. It is actually really fun. Also, it's just, you're never more excited to share lore or some kind of information than the one you make. So it makes it really nice. I'm starting my players in a city, a mega city of sorts. Yeah, easy opening. And when it's your first time, right, you can easily mention that to your players and be clear and be like, hey guys, you know, just like, understand it's my first time, so I'm gonna have to kind of sort of railroad it around where you guys are, how you meet, just so we can get it started. So the map at start is just a big city. Yeah, that's a good idea. Very fun to make too. I tend to make maps for my kids' campaigns. I don't myself anymore due to time constraints. Yeah, it's a lot of time. That is actually very, very wholesome that you make it for your kids. I love the relationship of parents bringing their kids into D&D. It's so amazing. While I slowly build out the regions and stuff. Yeah, I mean, always, you know, it's very easy to keep them in the city. Worst comes to worst, if they're getting out, just do a dragon attack. That's what I did once. wasn't quite ready for them to go out to the next area, and I was like, all right, you know what, big dragon's gonna attack the city, it's gonna be a cool arc. And yeah, they spent like the next couple sessions doing some investigation after the initial chaos. They had to survive a dragon attack, which was kind of cool. My oldest is 16 and autistic, and D&D managed to calm him in a social situations as he is DMing for his brother and a few other kids. They took over our kitchen. They take over our kitchen for a weekend. Yeah, it helps a lot. About like a year ago, my best friend's little brother was autistic, and he found D&D to be a great help when we brought him into the campaign. So there's quite a remarkable amount of help that it gives. I'm surprised it's not actually pushed for people to play it a little more. It's amazing. It's such a fun experience. All right, let's see. So I was thinking about making this more mountainous, so we're gonna go ahead and grab these cliffs. The thing is I don't know if I'm quite a fan of just putting a range of mountains so much. I kind of more want to play on these cliffs, so we're gonna get rid of these ones. We'll keep this mountain range right here. It's a good design right now. Trying to grab these words. There we go. Okay. And let's start working with these cliffs. I'd say to the player, think of it as a PS2 era game where boundaries exist because of technical and time constraints. Yeah, I mean, that's a very good point to bring up. I mean, a lot of game design and a lot of DMing just go hand to hand, right? The difference in DMing is it's like a live service game design. You're there in real time to decide how the game works. I usually get called in as a voice actor due to my very deep voice. I am always the bad guy for some reason. There's just like, when are they ever gonna have a bad guy with a not a deep voice? You need that intimidating presence, I guess. That's just like what they do. Okay, let's put this bridge at a higher Z axis. And then we are going to kind of place it right up here. There we go. Dragons are a bit rare in my world, in the region where the city is at, but I get the idea. Dragons are actually rulers in their own cities where the Dragonborns reside. A big thing to keep in mind is that Dragonborns, or dragons, you could give them the optional feature to polymorph. So they could just kind of like essentially be normal looking humanoids walking around your world, but they are actually dragons that are polymorphed. It's a very, very cool feature. So you can easily make them like the mayor of a town or an elected official of a city, and whether they make it known that they're a dragon or they're hiding it is up to you, but it could be a cool quest chain. All right, so actually, let me get a different angle on this one. I'm thinking based on what it looks like. Let's do maybe this. Yeah. Let's see. I want to see a sprite bad guy. That'll be fantastic. Oh yeah, there is one in the city. Okay, yeah, awesome. I got a bad guy in my campaign, Mystery of Madness. That's a cool name. His name is Timmy, also a cool name. And he has a radio voice. He uses a higher squeaky voice for his puppet. I actually like that a lot. The dragon runs a trading corporation gathering wealth secretly. That is so smart. I have not seen anyone use that as a way a dragon gets their little trove. Is to essentially have a bank. That's a very clever way to do it. Actually, I mean, I'm very impressed by that. Okay, let's Okay, these are good. I want to paint more of the water. The only thing I really wish this website would do is a dipper option, where you can like click and it copies whatever preset color you put in, but it sadly does not do that. So I kind of got to go off of memory of like what I did. Okay. Why do I need to threaten with death when I can just apply financial pressure and leverage? Man, you're running a very realistic game there, aren't you? That is actually such a fantastic idea. No, they brought some new waterfall assets. That's actually kind of nice. A little too big, and definitely for... Whoa, wait. Actually, we might be able to cook with this. Hold up. I think maybe we just increase the saturation. Ooh, yeah, okay. And this surprisingly kind of matches the color scheme. So we can grab our marker again and make another river. It's gonna go over here. Yeah, that looks nice. Cool. I wanted my world to be a bit more unique. Change my gnomes and dark elves a bit. How so? Let us know. I can't tilt these waterfalls. I always forget the golden rule, which is usually don't make your waterfalls go in a diagonal pattern. You kind of want to make them go straight. But luckily, this website does have preset for waterfalls on here. I do not like... It's not like what this one is, though. Yeah, okay, so we have to make the axis higher. Can I change the color? Not in the slightest. We might get rid of these waterfalls. They were a cool design, but I guess one of the issues here is that this needs to be like that. I did not like gnomes just being an even smaller human-like, so I made them fey and have animal features. Oh yeah, that's actually really cool. I definitely like the idea of also making them fey. Could work out. Will this look weird if we tilt it? Yes, it will. Okay. As cool as the idea was, we are going to get rid of it. However, getting rid of it is the wrong thing to say. It's more of we are going to relocate where it is. That being said, I need to grab a new grass type. Why not make them lawn gnomes? Okay, it's been so long since I last worked on this map that I'm not sure which grass asset I used, so it's a bit of a problem. So what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna decide the grass asset for the entire area right now. Does that look nice? Not really. No, whoops, wrong slide. Let's see. Oh, I think we found it. The one we used. Still kind of a fan of maybe changing it, but we'll see. Oh, we got it pretty close too. All right. There needs to be a lot of changes made to this region. Is made in a rush when I made it, so it's not perfect at all. For example, these mountains are really small. That's for sure. So we could increase its size. This is back in the day when I was putting individual buildings as for cities. Taking the time to actually detail it, and I had a lot more patience back then than I do now, but it's fine. We will make it work. Let's just finish this northern section before I move on. 90% of map building is just gives like this ADHD moment where you just start going on a spiral. All right, we have some eastern assets here that we can use. Okay, we could use these mountains if we want. The thing is, we did it in the other map that we made, so I'm not too hell-bent on it, but it does look the nicest. So I think overall we might low-key use it. That being said, it will require us to probably get rid of these mountains here. So we're about to do a big change here, and we're gonna see if it works. Bear with me. Usually you can click on every single mountain and click all stamps from the set and then delete it. The only issue is it deletes all of these mountains. We don't want to do that, so we're gonna have to delete them individually here. What are your guys' thoughts on free action? Sorry, I haven't read that one, or I was a little late to that one. What do you mean by free actions? Like letting your players have a free action, or just the concept in general? My dark elves are similar to dark elves in appearance, but with glowing veins that reflect their moods and emotions. But their culture has been changed largely, revolving around a culture of self-exploration and expression, revolving heavily around art, music, and craftsmanship. I mean, I'm actually really glad you did that, because most depictions of dark elves is let's make them pretty much all rogues and all evil, and throw them in the underground world. So it's actually nice to see a change of pace. So let's we're almost done here. Okay, so we're gonna grab these mountain assets. We do want to change the coloration on it, so little more saturation. The brightness is kind of fine where it's at default. A slight contrast. Thing is, can we get the red trees? We could, but then we have purple rocks and that's really weird. I'm not a fan of that at all. So let's go back to the hue. It's probably the best we'll get it. It's a little too big, so 30 for the size. We're probably gonna have to be surgical with this. Okay, actually, perhaps they're a little too big. Yeah, they are massive. All from this set. We're gonna reduce its size. Oh, whoops. No, it's you. Yeah, that's good. 19. Yeah. But if by free actions you mean sometimes letting the players do something as a free action, stuff I have definitely done in the past, it just depends on like what they're trying to do. Usually it's something that like they're trying to do something that's very creative. That's one good way to reward creativity, is to say, hey, like, I'm gonna let you do this as free action. I do let people talk as a free action. Not necessarily a fan of like, oh hey, you have to spend your action to talk. So that's kind of a free action right there. All stamps from the set, bring it down to 4, that way. Okay, this is looking a little better. I am also condensing and creating original deities. Yeah, it's very, very fun to create your own pantheon. Keep in mind, sometimes less is more. You don't need to have 50 million deities that some games do, or some worlds. Make as much as you have ideas for, essentially. Don't like force yourself to make a deity, or else you'll quickly get overwhelmed with it. Okay. I need the writing. There it is. Cool. So now we can grab this, move this like right here, tilt it slightly. We have completely removed this base, so what we're gonna do is find a place we can click off. First of all, there we go. Grab this clumps. Let me try that again. There we go. Delete that, and then bring this in here. That text is somewhere there. I'll get it. Free actions are things listed in D&D handbook that say they wouldn't consider taking a whole action, like yelling at a fellow teammate. Yeah. So yeah, in that context, I pretty much like talking is 100% a free action. Now, that is within a reasonable realm. Like, I don't allow them to have a full conversation as a free action where they're just, oh, how's your day going? But if there's something that a player very quickly notices, like a vulnerability or something's going to be casted, yeah, I think it's perfectly fine for them to immediately say, hey, this is going on. Okay, we're going to search believe it was called Torpak Village. Yep. Select. Wait, was it Torpak Village or was it something else? Man. Getting a little lost here. Am I gonna have to move mountains? I am. Oh gosh, is over there. Can't remember the name of this thing that's over here, so I can't search for it to grab it. So I guess I have to move these. There we go. Togak base. Yeah, I saw the D&D ones and was like, no. D&D one is making a lot of controversial things. Some things good, some things questionable. But we will see what's going on. Layer issues, yeah, 100%. I'm working on combining the domains in the portfolios to like around 10 or so. Yeah, that's always like around my comfortable range too. Enough to cover the basis of all the different like personalities and values, but not so much that you are essentially creating an entirely new world just in that lore itself. Now, if you're very passionate about it, more power to you. That's the cool part about DMing. You get to write about what you like. I'm gonna have to reduce the size of the space. No other way. Which is fine. Not too big of a deal. Didn't like them, so I replaced them with the experience actions. Ooh, explain experience actions. Togunk base. That is going to be the actual name for it. It's just everybody thinks it's Togak until they get there. And it will actually be what you said. We're gonna have to possibly change these things around. Okay. I don't know why this crater's over here. Now, one of the issues that I can see is the red trees mixed with the green don't really work anymore. So we're actually going to grab the red and change it. And possibly just put it to green. Yeah, I'm cool with like that green right there. Does mean we're gonna have to grab our brush and get rid of this red part. The red forest was cool, but it will not be making it stay. Actually, what I could do is it a little tough? I could put it right here on the gates of Dowlin and have it be their special. Yeah, actually, let's do that. All right, red forest is actually staying in, chat. We are keeping it. But I'm gonna go for like a darker red if possible. So I'm gonna reduce the brightness a little bit. No, actually, yeah, that's good right there. Okay, well, actually, this is gonna be a little tougher than I thought because I would have to. Oh, actually, it's not that bad. When you got the aim for it, it's easy. Ah, never mind. I shouldn't have said anything. The universe always has a way to humble you. Maybe I have one area with red trees, so players be like, why they be red? That is exactly the move. And we're gonna have it, that's why downland is also so red. Those buildings straight up remind me of the WoW Horde buildings. That's what I also saw, and that's why I based it off WoW Orcs, hence the name Logosh. Yeah, it is 100% because like WoW Orc camps, it's like pretty much almost a 1-to-1 scale. Oh, that's just not gonna load. Where can we find it? Yeah, there we go. Oh, I mean, this is an incarnate, so I guess using the same website, it's not fair. I guess I can look up Warfront. That's like one of the game modes. It might show it. Nah, you guys get the idea. It's very close. There we go. Here we are. Yeah. Summon up experience actions are actions your character obtains based on the amount they level up. It is guest based and players must use them before an attack is announced. I'll put the rules in the Homebrew section. Put a single red tree to make it funnier. Low gosh. One single red tree would be a little brutal. Do we like the color, or do we think it should be brighter or more? Let me see. No, I kind of want like a rose red, but that's too bright. So the fidelity. I mean, this is fine. We'll just stick with this. Any specific reason the name Dowlin? No, it is just what I thought of. It is supposed to be based off like a fantasy China city. Oh, there goes the wall. So kind of looked up essentially names of cities in China, put some letters together that I like, and then got Dowlin. Oh boy. Yo, what website is this? Thank you for answering it. Nothing, but yes, this is Incarnate. You could see it on the top left. I have the little browser right there. They have a free version that you can try out. It doesn't have all the assets, but the subscription is $5 a month. So you can make with your personal decision if that's worth it. Fantastic for making maps. Once you make your map, you get to keep it. So if you cancel your subscription after making your map, it's not like they just take it away. So if you're making a one-time map, it's definitely worth just paying the $5, make your map within the time frame of a month. Don't take longer, and then you're good. All right, this is what we did. I gotta find the size, so I'm actually just gonna grab that and copy it, and then we're gonna place these around here. Now the areas where I'm gonna have to get in surgical, grab these goofy little guys that are hiding under. Let's see. But CBev, welcome. Nice to see you here. Make it in the middle of green trees to make players mad and ask why. All right, so we're gonna have a little bit of a clone here. So kind of a where's Waldo. It'll be really easy for them to see though, unless I ignore that. Let's do it like this, and then yeah, there he is right there. All right, just for you. I recall downland, so I searched it. If being can be trusted, downland can be path of spirit or soul or way of life. Is that really kind of what it means? That's actually works out really well. $5 US a month? Yes, $5 US. I wonder if it could be used for combat maps. It absolutely can. So when you come to make a new map, it'll ask you, are you making a battle mat? Are you making a parchment world, a fantasy world? So if you go to like a battle mat, theoretically, if we were to load it up, it'll put this in this context. When you load in, it'll automatically kind of select the battle mat stuff. There's an option for you to allow grids somewhere here if you find it. That's not what I'm looking for. There it is. If you want to do the grids, so you have the 5 feet of move space per square, so then you can like essentially work with that. And yeah, with that you can get varying detail, put bookshelves down, arcane circles, whatever it is that you want to do. So yeah, what they also have, which is probably my favorite part, is if you're ever impatient, you can go to explore up here and you can see maps that other people have made on the website and they've posted it. And then see something you like, you can like it and then go to your liked stuff and see it. But yeah, I am not at all sponsored to say this. I don't think I have any kind of take. I'm just giving my opinion as a consumer of it. Okay, let's go back to using, oh, that red forest is gone. Oh, there it is. Reduce the size. I realized this essentially just kind of made a green versus red war, but so be it. I think it's only fair, nothing that if we put a red tree in the midst, we kind of got to put a green tree too. Yeah, just a little bit of a double agent. Put them right there. Which means we got to remove these other green trees that are chilling. Or is it part of? No, ain't there. All right, cool. One thing I could do is move. There we go. Yeah, that's what I needed. All right. In that case, you can grab some trees again, place them here, and we're pretty much done with this forest area. The tree's not one of our... No, he totally is. He paid for his subscription to the club. He's good. He's good. Checks out. Okay. Kind of want to close the book on Downland. One thing I kind of want to do is put a port on it. So what this means and what we have to do. First of all, we need to put some kind of terrain on it. So let's go to cliffs. Which one works in our favor? No, I believe actually when we go to the docks there is a, yeah, here we go. So we can use this. We're looking for the assets. I'm gonna put it under. Put it right there, and then another one. Yeah, like right there. Cool. And then let's grab this and make it a little smaller. Actually, I intended for this to be the palace, so it's gonna be big. There we go. Okay, give it a little bit of a slope effect here. Close this in like this. We're gonna grab another watchtower, put it right here. I just realized, are these, oh, the opacity is at 0.8 for some reason, or 0.9. There we go. Goes the same with this. No, all of these are like that. I do not know why. That's actually a little weird. All right. Okay, now I guess we look for docks. Oh, the music just stopped. There we go. All right. You got awfully quiet. Oh, this is a little too loud. There we go. Actually, let's do this. Perfect. All right, we're back in business. And let's go for our docks. So the thing is that we could go, because it's up, I'm gonna make it lower and make it look like the dock goes in just to a point that you can't really see. There we go. Okay. Now we can grab this here, and then we're gonna grab some ships. So let's look up ship. Here's some eastern ones. Do they have ones with the sails down? They have some, they're just not part of the eastern set. Oh, there we go. Okay, these ones work to an extent. I mean, the issue is the orientation on it. I just place these around, I guess. In hindsight, what I wanted this to be is a little bit like Venice too, where they use boats to get around. What I could do is actually just kind of increase the water, so I could put these boats in there too. So if I theoretically increase the channel, this might be a little too much, but we're playing around right now. I grab this. Yeah, that does look nice. I'm gonna redo it because I don't want the channel to be that big. So I guess the best thing actually is to grab the boat. We're gonna place the boat here. And then fill this with water. All stamps from the set, make them one. There we go. Shows a little better. All part of the hand. There we go. So I can kind of be like the town square almost. I'm gonna grab this and then rotate it. Yeah, big difference right there, you know. It's life or death right there. Oh, they're a little too big. Let's make them 10. Let's do 14. There we go. All right. Cool. there's these like really cool things to add, but I don't know how necessary they are. These wall towers that I can place. All right, these are. All right, try to grab this. No, my goodness. I'll make it smaller. We could just use this to cover up those divots. Is the idea. Just for that one. What we could also do is put another wall here. Okay, we're actually going to use these assets to make it look like essentially they're going up a lift here. And they go up on the city. That'll be kind of cool. Cool. All right, I am pretty happy with this. I don't really know if there's anything else we can add that wouldn't just make it extra. If we want, we could. Can I get it green? I could. We could add these houses to these mountains, as we have done on the other map, to showcase villages here too, but I think that's might be a little too much work needed to be done. But it would look really nice. That is the thing. I think we will do it just when we have the energy for it, because we have made let me move my wizard. We've made 612 changes to the map. That's a good night. It's good progress. I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and I'm going to call it a night as it's getting close to 2 in the morning. I was hoping to be able to stream much earlier today, but sometimes life throws some other wrenches in our road. I pretty much got bananaed if this was Mario Kart. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Grab yourself a nice cup of coffee to keep you company, and I will catch everybody on the next one if you are there to be. Alright. Good night. Take care. Peace.